Good evening, everybody. I'm very excited to talk to all of you via YouTube channel. We have a team here from HackerRank and team from ZS. And I understand we're talking to a group of folks from across India today. My name is Shankar, and I'm talking to you guys from our cool new office here in ZS in Pune. We just moved into this new facility about a month or so back. Today, what I'm hoping to talk to you about, just give a little introduction about myself so you know whom you're listening to, and then talk a bit about ZS or ZS depending on which side of the ocean you're sitting in. So, and then we'll also cover a little bit about data science at ZS, and then towards the later part of the today's conversation, we'll give you guys a good quick sense of how things will unfold on the Young Data Science Challenge that we're hosting from ZS in partnership with HackerRank. A little bit about me. So, like many of you here on the call, I did my engineering from India, from IIT Madras to be specific. And then after completing my bachelor's degree, I did my PhD from a university in the US called Purdue University. And my thesis topic was actually in the area of AI and machine learning, before they were in vogue actually. So this was back in the late 90s. And a few things on the personal side. I'm a big believer in the concept of quantified self. So whatever you measure is what you can improve. So I track a lot of things. For example, I track my the kilometers and steps that I take. So I try to do at least a minimum set of 10,000 steps every day. So, and then also do a lot of reading in my spare time. So one of the more recent books that I've been reading is in a book called The Master Algorithm by Pedro Dominguez, who is a professor in computer science from the University of Washington. So do a lot of nonfiction reading. And then in case you're wondering how I look, here's a picture that was taken in a Diwali celebration in Pune, in our ZS Pune office. And I'm the person in the middle. And incidentally, the person to the right of the picture is Pratap Ketkar. He leads our Global Advanced Data Center Group, and he is based out of our office in US, and he happened to be visiting India. And so this is a picture of Pratap and myself, along with winners of a competition that we run called Quest. So incidentally, the person featured there is Ajit, who is part of our advanced data science team. So moving on a little bit about ZS, the core thing that we do at ZS is we focus on sales and marketing issues for our clients. And we are working to be the best in sales and marketing. Some of the core values that we live by is doing it right, getting it right, and treating people right. So this is something that is fundamental to how we look to groom people at ZS. And then we are competitive on sports fields. We are extremely collaborative in our organization. So we look to retain the collegial feel. And we are a very young organization. So our median age in India is less than 25. So while we focus on sales and marketing, we really look to work end-to-end within sales and marketing, right? All the way from strategy to running the business operations for our clients to really ensuring that we implement what we recommend as well, working closely with our clients. And then we work across many different industries. One of the verticals where we have a very strong presence and history is in the life science and healthcare domain. But we do cut across many industries, but again, exclusively focusing on sales and marketing. And in order to be the best in sales and marketing, we do work across clients in North America, Europe, Asia, Latin America, as well as Australia, New Zealand, and the Middle East and Africa as well. So we strive to be really a global company. And in a nutshell, the way I would characterize us at GS is we really bring science to business, right? So a lot of what we do is using data and facts to inform business decisions. And in terms of our global presence, when we started, we had around 2 offices, and then currently we've grown to almost 20 plus offices, 22 to be precise, and we have around 4,300 people worldwide across these offices, with 2 flagship offices in India, one in Pune and one in Delhi. And while people join us at different levels, associate consultant, and so on, what we look to really do is help people become partners, what we call as principals in GS. So that is something that we look for people to strive for and grow to become partners in the organization. And as we go to 2020, we are looking to be 30 plus offices, grow our global footprint, and then groom 240 principals. So those are people that are up and coming in the organization, and we're looking to make them partners in the organization. And some accolades or recognition that we've received externally more recently. So Times Ascent recognized us as one of the top 25 dream companies to work for. And then recently we also got recognized by LinkedIn in India. And we again recognized as the top 25 sought after companies who hire and retain talent in India. And then one other thing, which is a more global recognition, is we were recognized by a group called the Poets and Ponds Group, a very interesting moniker, but it's a hotly followed website and blog in the US. And we are recognized as among the top 5 organizations in terms of choice for MBA and business students. And the parameters on which we were recognized as job satisfaction, culture, and impact that you can make with clients, and also whether people in the organization would recommend us to a friend. So that's a little bit about GS. And just moving on, a little bit about advanced data science at GS. So while we are a mid-sized company with 4,000 plus people, the Advanced Data Science Group is more like a startup. So we are around 30 people globally in the Advanced Data Science Group, and we're looking to grow to about 50 to 100 people over the next 2 years. So it is going to be a startup culture within a mid-sized group. And the key focus of the Advanced Data Science Group is while we work across the spectrum in the sales and marketing issue areas and tests, the focus of the Advanced Data Science Group is really to push the envelope and innovate. So kind of work at the apex of the innovate, operate, automate cycle. And the people within the Advanced Data Science Group really want to think about ourselves as kind of the Sherlock, but without the attitude. That's really how we want to envision ourselves. And so if you think about Sherlock, the modern day Sherlock, not the Sherlock Holmes of 1800s, but the Sherlock of the 21st century. So it's really about being very clear about what problem are you solving, and then bringing the facts to play, and then of course leveraging the latest and greatest in technology and methods, and then being very effectively able to tell the story behind the answer that you have created, right? So it's about using deduction, but then also effective communication of the answer that you have developed. And in terms of what specific things you will do in GS, again, there's a broad spectrum of things you will do within the Advanced Data Science Group, but I just highlighted a couple of cool problems. So there's an area called Customer-Centric Marketing within the broader area of sales and marketing that we are really trying to push the envelope on. And just to give you guys a little flavor of it, so taking a healthcare example, the customer, of course, in healthcare is one of the key customers is the doctor that pharmaceutical companies look to market to. And there are many different avenues through which a pharmaceutical company can promote to a doctor. But each doctor is a little different. So some are more digitally savvy, and so you need to be very proactive in terms of using digital methods and promotions to promote to a doctor. There might be more doctors who are more comfortable with face-to-face interactions where they want to see a salesperson who comes and gives them information. So doctors come in many different flavors, and so pharmaceutical companies must be able to recognize what are the ways that different doctors want to interact with them, and then accordingly tailor their promotion. And so being able to uncover, there are about, for example, in the US, there are 1 million doctors, and so being able to effectively mine data about which promotions do which doctors like, and accordingly tailoring the promotion to each doctor is a fairly data-intensive data mining problem. And so we use the recommender systems and collaborative filtering techniques to uncover preferences of doctors so that we can tailor the promotion to different doctors. So this is an example of a problem that we help our clients with. And another, which is something that is done by several companies, but where we try to really push the envelope, is in the area of social listening. And one of the examples of things we do in this area is we monitor conversations in a leading healthcare conference called ASCO. It is the premier conference in the oncology space. And so we mine tweets that happen during the ASCO conference. And through that, of course, we provide some baseline insights about what are the key things that are being talked about. But we also look to uncover who the key influencers are within the broader oncology community. And so trying to see who's following who and which tweets are getting retweeted, and really being able to uncover key influencers or key opinion leaders through these Twitter conversations, and also kind of understand what are the networks that are there in the social community, right? So there might be sets of doctors who are more actively exchanging and interacting, and so what are those networks that are inherently there that we can uncover from the social conversation. Again, these are just two examples of some of the cool problems that we work on, but again, it's not just cool problems for cool problems' sake, but we really look to work on problems that will ultimately impact business decisions for our clients. In addition to working on cool problems, we also provide some rich learning platforms, and they come in both structured formal courses and training. For example, we have a partnership with a group called Insufe. They're based out of Hyderabad, but they're a global program, and so in fact they've been certified for quality by the Carnegie Mellon University, and they were also ranked among top 3 by the CRO.com organization. And in fact, they were flanked by Columbia and Stanford. So we run a intensive 6 to 9 month program when people join in the Advanced Datacenter Group with the Insufe team. And something that we're exploring and we're looking to put into play in India as well. We're right now running it globally. We're actually partnering also with Courseware, and we're running a couple of key specializations. So people might be familiar with the data science specialization from Johns Hopkins, but we are tailoring it and offering it for an exclusive audience at ZS. And we're also offering a machine learning specialization. So these are some formal programs we're running in partnership with external academic partners. And then another thing that we are very proud of is we have created a very vibrant community to learn and share within ZS. So people might be familiar with the Kaggle platform. So we have created a version of this within ZS where people can learn and share with other interested folks in the area of advanced analytics. So we have called it algorithms, right? So of course a little bit of play of words, but in a very rhythmic fashion, kind of learning about newer techniques and then applying it to real world business problems. And so we have interactions every 6 weeks or so as a community, but then we also post those interactions, we also float problems that people can work on, and then through that mechanism also learn about advanced analytic techniques. And they work in a team-based setting, or if people choose to, they can also work on an individual basis. So these are some rich learning platforms that we offer, both structured formal ones as well as kind of community-based learning mechanisms, so you can continue to grow in your analytics space. Okay. And then moving on, just about the Young Data Science Challenge. So it's going to be a fairly intense journey over the upcoming weekend. So we were very pleasantly surprised and very happy to note that there are over 7,000 people who have registered to participate. So thanks to the HackerRank team for broadcasting this and really getting a lot of the young folks out there in colleges interested. And it's a truly pan-India challenge. So there's people from colleges across 96 colleges across pretty much the entire nation who have registered. And we're going to be running this competition over the weekend, so Friday through Sunday. And based on your performance in this challenge, we will select the top 40 and we'll invite them to a workshop in our new office here in Pune. So that will happen the following weekend, actually on the Saturday. And so we will have to do a lot of quick evaluation and rigorous evaluation nonetheless to select the top 40 from among the many people who have registered. And then during the workshop, you will learn about advanced data science, get to interact with people here at GS, you learn about the company and the organization. And we'll also, through those interactions, we'll also select the top 3 folks. And we have some exciting prizes for those people. Okay? So really cool opportunity to learn about data science through the competition itself, and then as you're selected to be part of the top 40, you'll also get to engage with us live in our Pune office. And as I showed the picture, it's a very cool, nice office. And we'll have some exciting things where we share about what we're doing at GS, and we'll select the 3 winners. And the prizes, in case you're not aware, the top 40 will, of course, get to come and visit us and interact with us over the course of a day. You'll also get a nice GS goodie bag. And then the second runner-up will get a Bose music system. First runner-up will get a nice DSLR camera from Nikon, and then the winner gets a Apple iPhone 6s. So some exciting prizes in case just the fundamental passion of analytics is not sufficient, but we also have some nice prizes for you guys in store. Okay, and this is just some quick stats that we pulled about where people are going to have registered from. So as you can see, it's truly a pan-India presence all the way from Jammu and Kashmir to Tamil Nadu, from Gujarat to the Northeast, including Assam. So some nice, and of course, given that we have strong presence in Pune and Delhi, we can see a lot of folks in Maharashtra and near about the NCR region who are also participating. And of course, there are some people who have not told us exactly where they're joining us from. So this is a sampling of who's participating. Okay, so some of the things I think people asked us was how we prepared for the challenge. Of course, hopefully you've learned a lot through your coursework, both the ones in your core engineering curriculum, and of course the people who are joining us are probably very excited about analytics and would have taken things in college. So I think that will stand you in good stead. And then several people are doing online courses, and I think that should help. So some of the ones that we have highlighted, Johns Hopkins, Stanford, I think Udacity and MIT courses and so on. So there's a whole host of online courses that people would have already been taking, but you can do a quick refresh, just go through those kind of the top highlights of algorithms and methods and how do you approach problems, how do you work with data. So you can do a quick refresher between now and Friday. And then, of course, to get a feel and flavor of the types of problems that you might encounter, you can go to Kaggle and here's just a couple of examples. And you can look at customer-centric problems, right, more marketing-oriented problems to get a feel for what you might encounter over the weekend. Okay, but again, this is not like a crash course where you can cram a lot before the exam. Hopefully, you have got some fundamental knowledge that you can apply, but just more as a refresher, you can go to some of these courses and the competitions and just get a feel for what you might encounter over the weekend. And then in terms of how it will unfold, so we'll launch the YDS challenge on 29 July at midnight, IST time, of course. And then we'll close the competition on Sunday, the 31st of July. And then, of course, you can submit multiple entry, but if you submit multiple entries, you will take the last submission to move forward. And then on August 2nd, which is Tuesday, we will give the names of the top 40 candidates. We'll reach out to you and let you know that you've been selected as one among the top 40. And then the workshop will happen on August 6th, which is a Saturday in the Pune office. So we'll arrange for your travel and get you guys to come live to participate in that workshop. Okay. So I'll now actually turn it over to a couple of my colleagues. So Silky from our HR team is here. And then also Parminder and Mehul who are joining us from our Delhi office. So they will take some of the frequent asked questions that we've encountered. But as I understand, there is also things that are flowing through in a chat format. So we'll also try to respond to some of those in the remaining time. So now over to you, Parminder.
Thank you, Shankar. Hello, everyone. This is Parminder Dahiya, and I am a data science manager from New Delhi office. We have been receiving a lot of questions from folks around the country, so we thought we will take an opportunity to answer some of these FAQs or frequently asked questions, if you will. Right. Meanwhile, while I'm talking about some of these questions, if your question does not fall into any of these, you may write on the YouTube page while we are streaming. Mehul is looking at that, and you may also comment on the Facebook ZS India page. We will pick up some of your questions, and if there are any questions which are very, very specific to you, not wasting everybody's time, we can take those offline and answer some of those questions till this YDS challenge wraps up. So some of the most frequently asked questions, I'll probably start with the first one. A lot of you have been asking us about the eligibility to participate in the challenge. Yes, we are very, very open to who participates in this. We have designed this challenge for the students who are currently pursuing their studies, engineering studies in the college, right? But if you are doing like MBA or MTech or PGDBM, you are welcome to join us as well. Another question, like what type of questions or problems or challenge we are going to face in this. You will get to know about this on 29th, of course, but we can tell you like this is going to be a predictive analytics problem, not revealing too much. HackerRank will provide you all the details as we approach the date. But we can like give you a small hint, like it's going to be a predictive problem and you will be required to make suggestions about whether some event is occurring or not and how much or in what quantity it is occurring. So you will get to see the details a lot more when we near the day. Similar problems you might see on other HackerRank challenges or on the Kaggle. So if you want to practice, as Shankar mentioned, please go through them. It will help you like be prepared for this one. Many of you asked about like how do we practice. I think Shankar addressed that. At the sake of not repeating the same information, you can go through Kaggle or HackerRank. There are a lot of practice predictive problems that you can go through. Some of you have been asking questions around what platforms or libraries that we need to use. We do not have any guidelines per se. You are free to use the platform or analytical tools and libraries that you are comfortable with. You can use R, you can use Python, you can use C or the language that you want to use. So we are perfectly open with that. We will provide you some guidelines about what format we are expecting the submissions to be in. That's actually the next question as well. So there are a couple of formats that we will provide you once the details about the challenge are revealed. Okay, so that will be very clearly mentioned to you on the challenge page from HackerRank side. Some of you asked about I passed out of college in 2014 or 2015, like I'm not a current student. Can I still participate? Yes, you can. And we would welcome you guys if you are enthusiastic about machine learning, if you are enthusiastic to become a data scientist. By all means, please jump on. So these are some of the questions that we have been receiving while we were going through this session from Shankar. Some of you asked other questions like, will it be only open to college students and not already established data scientists? I don't think we are making any cut saying that if you are not a college student or if you are an established data scientist, then only you should be participating in this. We are fairly open to students who want to take up this challenge and send us your submissions. Some of you have been asking about the role a data scientist will play in ZS. I think Shankar alluded to that a bit, but we can take that up as in some of the later conversations. And the idea about holding a workshop in Pune office is about that we help you understand what we do, what will be your role, and how do you fit into the organization. Do you see yourself working as a data scientist here? Okay. Ishan has been asking question like, what if someone is good at analytical skills but not at machine learning, since it is a new field and not everybody is comfortable with it?
Maybe I could take that. Right.
Yeah, go ahead, Shankar, if you want to.
So we do have different profiles in ZS. So one is the Advanced Data Science Group. Here we do look for people with some knowledge of machine learning and having not just the passion and enthusiasm, but also a certain degree of knowledge in the space. Not comprehensive, but at least initial grounding. But we do have a profile called the Business Analytics profile. And so that is in fact for people who have the potential to grow to become a data scientist, but so we can start as a BA in ZS, and then we have programs in place to help you learn and grow in the machine learning field. And if you're still interested, we can look for you to transfer into our advanced data science group. So that's an option, an avenue through which you can join ZS and then learn and grow to become an advanced data.
Thank you, Shankar. Rajat asked us, we will be working on models for the various clients and we'll be doing analysis, or we'll be developing software based on those data models. So developing the solutions as algorithms or using machine learning, that will be one of the primary things that you will do. In some engagements, you will also end up developing tools or software tools based out of these models. So that totally depends on the client you are working or the question that they have asked us to do.
So maybe just to add on to what Parminder just said, I think you will collaborate with a set of people in VS. So we are organized by business consulting, business operations, and business technology. So advanced data science track members will be part of the business consulting group. And of course, there will be some degree of using tools, but a greater focus is on really building algorithms to solve business problems. And then if there is a lot of value, then you'll actually partner with our members of our business technology group and help embed that into industrial grade products. But you are, in some sense, you're not like a software programmer, but you are more the bringing the brain behind what algorithmic methods and analytical methods will really help solve the business problems. You will have to implement it in tools, but you are the person responsible for creating the ultimate product or software. So that is more the responsibility of our business technology and software development groups in VS.
Okay, thank you, Shankar. One question that came in from handle called India Rock Lovers. Are there any tutorials linked for those who are new to modeling? I think Shankar alluded to some of these, but we would encourage you to go through Coursera, Udacity, and some of these online courses from Stanford, Johns Hopkins, or MIT courses around data science and machine learning that will help you get started in this space. Okay, another question from Shivam that has come up is about the leaderboard to be online while people submit solutions. Silky, will you be able to answer that now, or should we take it offline?
Somebody can do it.
Okay, that's fine, Silky. I think we can take it offline now because it needs for us to coordinate with HackerRank to some degree. Okay, Vivek has been asking us what if someone from top 40 is not able to make it to Pune for workshop. We are cool with that, Vivek, but we would like you to come into our Pune office and experience it firsthand, right? If there are reasons that are unavoidable on your side, we totally understand it.
Arch subjection asked a question on will there be some measure of how accurate the submission is? Yes, there are going to be accuracy parameters that would be there, that would be revealed once the competition is live, and hopefully you guys would be able to beat the baseline benchmark accuracy that we are looking for.
Okay. So while we are still online, folks, send us your questions on YouTube or Facebook. Some of you have been asking questions about the selection criteria. So all the guidelines should be available on the challenge page on HackerRank. If there is any ambiguity about any of these guidelines, please drop us a note. We'll be happy to clarify it for you. So we'll wait for another minute or two to answer any more questions you guys have, and then we can close the streaming after that.
All right, thank you everybody for joining. And
Thank you.
Very excited to start with. All right, thanks guys. Have a good evening.